Hey everyone, in this video I'll be talking about a new frame that I've been working on. When I originally designed the Tokyo, it was never meant to be a race quad. The Tokyo was designed to be a strong frame with lots of protection for your gear. It was designed to maximize your flight time by not breaking a bunch of parts. But it also flew great, so people raced them. So for the last few months I've been working on a frame designed specifically for racing. The goals I wanted to achieve in this race frame was that it was lightweight. Notice I said lightweight and not ultralight. I'll get into more of that later. Easy to replace arms, durable, minimum air drag, easy to build and do repairs, has the ability to use a wide variety of parts, and is adaptable. So this is the FlightClub Proton. Just like the Tokyo, the Proton was meticulously designed from the ground up to be a race frame. This frame here is the third prototype that I've been testing, and this frame currently with a canopy for the frame and canopy, not the build parts, is about 78 grams. So I'm pretty sure the final version can be 75. So when I designed the Proton, I didn't want to play the ultralight frame game. There are plenty of sub 60 gram frames out there, but they all sacrifice durability. Also, I feel that quads that are too light are actually more difficult to fly. You have to fight the wind more, and they feel kind of floaty, meaning they won't drop fast enough when you need them to. So this build right here is about 278 grams. It's using a Speedix 30 amp ESC, Maytech F405 flight controller, TBS Unify Race, XM Plus receiver, the Lumineer Axis stubby, Aero Micro, and T-Motor F40 Pros. Keep in mind these F40 Pros are heavy motors at about 34 grams each. So if you use say like 30 gram motors, the build can be around about 260 grams, somewhere in there. But I'd gladly sacrifice a few grams for more powerful motors. So the Proton shown here has a canopy on it. This canopy, you can see, has big cutouts on the side to easily access your stack to do quick repairs or do any changes on there. And there's also a cutout on top for you to change VTX channels if you're not using the LUA script. And it's designed to use a micro camera like this Foxeer Aero Micro or the Swift Micro, and it can also use the mini cameras back here. And the angle is adjustable from about 30 to about 50 degrees just by moving it with your hand, and you can lock it in with the screws. And the way the canopy is mounted on the frame is just like the Tokyo, where it uses two 10mm hex standoffs that go into the canopy, and then they screw onto the bottom right here. So it's pretty much impossible for the canopy to come off. So what makes a Proton unique is this CNC plate right here. Using this plate helped me check off a lot of the features that I wanted to incorporate into this frame. Pretty much all the removable arms out right now use some kind of nut or a press nut to hold in the arm screws. The first prototype Proton I had used nuts to hold in the screws, and it was a pain in the butt to change arms because you have to use pliers to hold the nut with one hand and then screw with the other, and it was just a mess. So this CNC plate has threaded holes on the arm screw holes like this, so it's really easy to swap out an arm. I'll show you. All you have to do is unscrew two screws. Unscrew this one and then unscrew this one. As you can see, there's no nuts that need to be held or anything. You just unscrew two and the whole arm will come out. And then when you want to put it back in, just screw it back in without any nuts, because this CNC part is threaded. And you can see the arms are sandwiched in between the CNC plate and this 3mm bottom plate. This will help sandwich the arms and prevent bending on the CNC plate. Of course, this is a prototype right now. The final version will have chamfered edges on this bottom plate, so you can put your battery strap through here and it won't cut your strap. So this CNC plate is milled out of a sheet of 7075 aluminum alloy. So 7075 is expensive compared to the other aluminum alloys, but it has the best characteristics for this purpose, which is building strong quads. It's super strong, not malleable, meaning it's less likely to bend and the threads won't strip easily on these holes. 7075 is the alloy NASA uses to build spacecrafts, and it's also used in making like military grade rifles. So if it's good enough for NASA, it's good enough for FlightClub. So this plate also has a cutout right here in the middle. Right here, as you can see, and this is where your receiver will go. You can fit something like an XM Plus or the RXSR that's coming out. And doing it this way, you have about 6mm of space under the first stack. So mounting the RX here will reduce the overall height of your flight controller stack by about 5 to 6 millimeters. This will make your build a little more low profile. As you can see on this one, I've got the XM Plus mounted down here under the ESC, and then the battery strap can still go through here. So another unique feature of the Proton using the CNC plate are these mounting holes on the top. It lets you choose to either use a canopy like this or what I call skeleton mode. So in skeleton mode is basically the standoff mode, and this frame right here with a prototype 3D printed top is about 72 grams. But with a carbon fiber top, it shouldn't be that much off, maybe by a gram or two. But I personally love the Canopy quads because they offer so much protection, but some people don't like using them because it can be a little restrictive on what parts you use. So I designed the Proton to be able to do skeleton mode for people who like building with standoffs. And by using different lengths of standoffs here, you can choose how high or how low you want to build depending on how high your stack is. So currently the plans for Proton is to have 4 different types of arms. I'm planning to have 5-inch race arms, which are the skinnier arms right here, and then a 5-inch practice arm, which is a little bit thicker and beefier. I don't know if you can see the difference, but the beefier practice arms are a little bit bigger. And then I'll have a 5.5-inch arm version for the new 5.5-inch props that are all coming out. And then I'll have a 4-inch arm option. So really with this CNC plate, you can make 8 different combinations of quads. You can have a skeleton mode and a canopy mode, each with 4 different arms. So really the Proton can be configured for whatever type of flying you're doing. So there's still a lot of small things that need to be tweaked, and the durability testing. We're currently testing this 3rd prototype and it's pretty close to completion. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this frame? What do you like about this frame? What don't you like about this frame? Or any other features you would like to see in this frame? So put in the comments below and let me know your feedback. So thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.